Hello, everyone. We are in Mark chapter 9, just verses 33 through 37. Won't take you long at all to read this morning. This passage reminds me of a story I read in a book called The Three Christs of Ypsilanti. It was written by a psychologist who does work in Ypsilanti, Michigan, and he talked about how he had these three patients who genuinely and sincerely had a Messiah complex, where they just thought that they were the greatest, or they thought they were the most important. It's like a severe form of narcissism. And so he was having a really hard time treating these individuals. He'd ask them things about their lives, and all they would do is talk about how they're the center of it all. And essentially, they're the most important people that are on the planet at this very moment. And so he came up with this idea. I don't know how to treat them, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all three of them in a room, and let's see what happens. Because just by logic, you can't have three people be the most important person in the world. Somebody has to be the most important. Something has to happen. There has to be some change. So he puts them in there, and they record the conversation. And some really interesting things come out. And one of those particular conversations, one of the guys was asked, "So who are you?" He says, "Oh, I am the Son of God." And the psychologist asked, "Well, how do you know this?" And so did another one of the patients say, "Well, what makes you the Son of God?" And he said, "Well, God told me so." And then the third patient says, "I never said such thing to you at all." You know, that story is kind of like what we're seeing right here. And it's a technique that was not really developed by the psychologist. Jesus shows this technique in Mark chapter 9, verses 33 through 37, where we read about Jesus showing up in Capernaum, and he's asking his disciples, "Hey, what's everyone doing?" And they get sheepishly silent because they were arguing about who is the greatest. And in this is one of the core truths of all scriptures, that the greatest of us will become the least of us. Now, I think you need to spend a lot of time today just thinking about the implications of this. Also, ask yourself this question, and maybe ask somebody that's in the room with you or somebody that you're going to converse with. How can I become the least today? And if you can answer that question and prove the answer to that question, I think today you will be able to bring Jesus glory and bring him honor by showing that you are the least and allow him to be the one to lift you up. You all have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon.